What's up, guys? Welcome back to Discipline Pat's Discipline Weightlifting. On this week's episode, we're going to be talking about how to warm up to a max in the Olympic lifts and squats. So, let's talk about the snatch, the clean, and the jerk first. So, how do we warm up to a 1 rep max attempt? Well, let's start by making sure our technique is locked in. So, singles all the way up at 50, 60, 70%. Just really building technique. So, you say you have a bad rep, that say at like 60%, feels kind of weird, feels kind of shitty. You want to redo that rep. You want to do it over, make sure all your technical stuff is worked out before you get to those super maximal weights. Once your technique is perfect, so say 60, 70, 80%, they all feel really good, you're moving well, you're moving fast, everything's looking very crisp, we'll move up to 85%, we'll start increasing the amount of rest. So initially we're going to be taking maybe like less than a minute rest between sets. Once you start getting 85, 90, 95%, we're going to be resting about 90 seconds to 2 minutes, just really trying to keep the body remembering that technique from the previous rep, and everything should be perfect warming up to that 95, 100% range. Also, I would never actually go for 100%. So never go for the old 1 rep. Always go for a little more, even if it's 101%, even if it's 102%. You never really want to retake that old 1 rep because A, it's going to fatigue you even further, and B, it's not going to really build that much confidence unless it's like super fucking easy, which would be awesome, obviously. But we don't want to retake that weight. We want to make sure we're hitting at least the PR, at least 101% of our old max. That way we can hit that number. If it feels really good, we can keep going past it. And if not, then we can just call it there and be like, all right, we got a little 1% PR, who cares? So that's how I do it for the snatch, the clean, and jerk. For the front squat or the back squat, I do it a little differently. So for those movements that require a lot of muscle and a lot of strength and size, you're going to want to move more up to 5s to start, at least in my opinion. So I start with the bar for set of 5, maybe like 50, 60, 70% for a set of 5. Then when I start getting above 60, 70%, I have to go start going to 3s. So, or when 3s start to feel a little like, or when 5s start to feel a little heavy. So like around, 70, 80%. They're not going to feel like super heavy for 5, but it's going to be like, all right, this is fatiguing me a little too much. After that, we're going to start doing 3s all the way up, maybe 3 at 80, 3 at 85, maybe 3 at 90 if you're feeling really good. After those 3s start to feel a little heavy, then we're going to go to singles. So we're going to take 1, 1, 1, 1, and we're just going to keep working our way up. And again, the same rule applies. I don't really want to hit my old 1 rep. So if my old 1 rep squat is 300 pounds, I don't want to hit 300 pounds. I want to hit 305 pounds. I want to hit 303 pounds, something heavier than my old 1 rep. So my last warm-up would probably be about 90% of that. So like around like 275-ish. And then I'd go for like 303 or 305 after that. I wouldn't take any smaller jumps than that, or else you're just fatiguing your body. We don't really want to basically break ourselves down before we try that new 1 rep attempt. So I hope this helped out, and hope you guys will hit those big PRs you want to hit, and I will see you guys next week. This is Discipline Pat, and this has been Discipline Pat's Discipline Weightlifting. I'm out. See ya.